How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ace. Today I'm once again joined by Songbird.
Hello.
And today we are checking out Sleep Token, Alkaline. So, checked out The Love You Want last time,
hmm
and if I remember right, it's Vessel 2, 3, and 4, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I'm excited to check this one out, so I say we go ahead and get to it if you're ready.
Let's do it.
Awesome. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and without further ado, Sleep Token, Alkaline. Here we go.
Every once in a while, something changes, and she's changing me. It's too late for me now. I am altered. There is something beneath. She's not acid nor alkaline, caught between black and white, not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. I'm caught up in her design and how it connects to mine. I see in a different light the object of my desire. Ooh, let's talk about chemistry, 'cause I'm dying to melt through to the heart of her molecules, till the particles part like holy water. If anything, she's an undiscovered element, either born in hell or heaven sent. Either way, I'm into it.
I look up the range.
Yeah.
Oh, it's spider.
And a spider. Yeah.
Intense.
It is intense. Yeah. So there's spiders and branches and guns. Oh my.
Oh my. Yeah, I was about to do the thing, but yeah, we were thinking the same thing. At least video wise, like
Mhm.
he's sitting in this chair. And okay, so first things first, does this have any correlation to The Love You Want in terms of a story, or is this completely separate?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
No.
So, having said that, okay, so we have Vessel sitting in a chair and he's just waiting for these guys to come up and presumably do something, maybe shoot him, maybe like take him prisoner or whatever. They're in like hazmat suits
hmm
and they're walking through this like abandoned some kind of like big house, like a mansion.
hmm
And you see all these shadows and there's a box that presumably some kind of giant spider we didn't get to see the whole thing of, which is fine because I'm not a huge fan of spiders. Not a phobia, I just don't like them. And like it's just the tension is building throughout the video because we don't know, are they gonna find them? Are these two separate locations? Okay, so alkaline, like the basic and the acid, the I forgot
Yeah.
what the whole thing. I forgot the whole thing. I did not pay attention in school, but that's what this is referring to, right? Like it has to do
Right.
with like certain chemicals or
Yeah. So if something is alkaline, it has the properties of an alkali, which is a basic ionic salt of an alkali metal or an alkaline earth metal. An alkali can also be defined as a base that dissolves in water. A solution of a soluble base has a pH greater of 7.0, and the adjective alkaline is commonly used in English as a synonym for basic, especially for bases soluble in water. So this is like the opposite end of acidic, if I'm reading this correctly. Look at us, we're learning all kinds of things today.
We went back to school today because like we had to for this.
Just for you.
Okay, yeah. She's not acid nor alkaline. She's caught
Mhm.
between black and white, not quite either day or night. She's perfectly misaligned. She's kind of somewhere in the middle. Having a perfect balance is very rare. Like
Mhm.
complete 100% balance is very rare. And I
Right.
guess that's what he's referring to.
It's what it seems like. And like looking at the lyrics in the second verse, I just love it was talk about chemistry because you hear about chemistry when you're like meeting somebody and like, oh,
Mhm.
there's this chemistry or whatever. And then they're talking about like acid and base and alkaline and all that kind of stuff.
So this is a very involved song lyrically. It helps to have a basic understanding of chemistry to fully understand, all of the references and things, I think.
Yeah. But I think they do a decent job of like when they're presenting it, but you still kind of get the juxtaposition, like she's not acid nor alkaline, caught between black and white. So you kind of get the imagery of like, oh, these are opposites.
Hmm.
So even though you don't have if you don't have like a basic understanding of chemistry, they still do a good job of showing we're just juxtaposing these things against each other.
And then in verse 2, if anything, she's an undiscovered element, either born in
Yeah.
hell or heaven sent. Either way, I'm into it.
Sounds like she's got him under her spell, you know?
It's Neo.
A little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And then they finally meet and start shooting, and he turns into Neo.
I mean, basically, yeah.
It's a huge homage to the Matrix, doing
Mhm.
the halting the bullets,
Yeah.
and then just like snaps him in half, and then
Mhm.
the other guy, snaps his knees and then just kills him that way. Third
Yeah.
guy gets branched, in the face, and then the fourth guy gets spidered.
Good times.
I guess
Love
these are
that for all of
adjectives.
them.
I don't know, in this regard. So he has these powers. He's
Mhm.
he's seemingly very powerful.
Which again, we kind of looked a little bit at like the sleep token lore. And so like I was thinking about this video after we had talked about it briefly earlier. And I was kind of like, I wonder if, these are powers bestowed upon him by sleep or what this is. And it is kind of interesting to see like because at first he's like sitting there just kind of chilling
Hmm.
and then you kind of see him moving and you're seeing other stuff happen, but you don't really realize how powerful he is until they get into the room with him. And then, like you said, Neo and the branches and all the things. So I think it's an interesting, again, you talked about there being tension and the buildup and all that kind of stuff. And I think that's a good way to describe it because it does go from there's just a guy sitting in an armchair to, oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so the beginning of this song, like instrumentally, that's definitely not a guitar. That's keyboard for sure.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think this one does involve the keyboard, which we were talking about at the beginning. The beginning of the song, like, it's a very slow build up. It's building up the tension and everything, and you can hear that instrumentally because it's really just the keyboard and a
Hmm.
few notes.
Yeah.
And then you hear the percussion come in when like he's twitching his hand and he's opening the box, which I'm not even sure what kind of percussion that is. It's hard. It's really hard to tell with music videos sometimes, like what instruments are being played with. And then all of a sudden, all the other instruments come in. Like
Hmm.
it explodes, and
Yeah,
I think the spider coming out of the box is a good representation of that as well.
for sure. Absolutely.
And with the guitar coming in with the heavy riffs and
Mhm.
everything, Like it's a great representation of like how tense the situation is becoming, and
Mm-hmm.
then it kind of just fades out, and it kind of
Yeah.
becomes it gets a little bit calmer. It ends with kind of a keyboard sound that's fading out, and then just percussion.
Yeah, and I think it's a good, like you said, when everyone else is dead and he's taking care of the problem, then once he's taking care of the problem, then he's able to kind of it's a bit calmer. The music also reflects that same, like you said, it reflects the same thing of like everything is calm, everything is okay,
Mhm.
and we just kind of fade out into the end of the song.
So these music videos, these two, they're seemingly not connected. Are there
Mhm.
any songs that are connected to each other? Or are there any music videos that are connected to each other?
That is a really good question for the people of the internet because I think there's a lot of lore that I have not gotten a chance to dive into, but there is a lot of lore on here, and whether that's, Vessel talking about sleep or whether that is, between the songs themselves. I would say I really love this band, but I'm much more of a casual enjoyer, so I'm
Sure.
not like super, super into the lore. The person that introduced this to me would go on the Reddit and would like look at these giant long like mega posts of all this stuff talking about the music and the references and all that kind of stuff. So it's very possible and very likely that there are things that are connected to each other.
It just like with this video, I feel like we're just jumping into part of a story, and we don't really know what
Yeah,
happened before, and obviously we don't know what happens after, just based on this
right.
video alone. So if it is a story, if there's like a whole like series of things that happen, I think it'd be cool to see like what led up to this point and what happens after.
For sure. And I again like this is the I think that the way that Vessel and the rest of the group write the music is fascinating, and they have such a way of just having really interesting songs and really good lyrics, and not only are they lyrically good but they're musically good, and I think that it's not always a blend that we see as often with a lot of newer bands, unfortunately. In my opinion, I feel like sometimes you'll get really good music and like kind of lackluster lyrics, or get really good lyrics and kind of like short songs and they aren't really as musically expanded as they could be, and so I feel like they do a really good job of balancing that.
But yeah, I mean, this was fantastic. The music was great. His singing is fantastic, and I definitely would not mind checking out more Sleep Token. If y'all have any suggestions or anything we should know about, definitely drop those in the comments below. Would love to check those out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It's cool. It's free. It tells me I'm doing the right thing, going in the right direction, all those good things. Don't forget to check out the description of the video as well. There's a lot of cool things in there. All our socials are in there. You can go over there and say hi. Hello. The release schedule I always drop on the socials a couple of days early, so if you would like a sneak peek as to what's coming out the following week, that's the best way to do that. If you're interested in supporting the channel and getting a priority request in, you can check out the Buy Me a Coffee link. Each request is only $5 and it helps me out a bunch. The link to the video we reacted to is also in there. And if you made it to the end of the video, comment hashtag Alkaline. I think that's it for this reaction. Check you out in the next one. Bye guys.